Good, happy Wednesday morning, February 24, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Wednesday morning, so let's begin. First up, let's begin with a check of your weather. Mild Wednesday before cooler weather arrives. Let's take a listen to that weather forecast from meteorologist Mike Haddad.
What is there not to love about Franklin Pierce?
The Pierce Promise New Hampshire Scholarship Program is new at Franklin Pierce for high school seniors.
Thank you very much for joining us, Stormwatch 9 Weather on the Web. Here we are moving towards the end of this week and the last weekend of February coming on up here. That's right, we flipped the calendar over to March on Monday. A couple of brief evening showers tonight and tomorrow night, but on average, a lot of them in the North Country. And then mild tomorrow gives way to a cool down for the end of this week. And the next system statewide in terms of a wintry mix rolls in here during Saturday, late morning on into the afternoon. Although there could be, again, a couple of showers at any point in the form of snow tonight up north. And again, tomorrow night, mainly in the North Country. For this night, passing rain or snow shower far south, giving way to clearing. We end up in the upper 20s to lower 30s, well above the average for this time of year. Keep in mind the average low, 16 degrees in Concord. We're at least 10 above that early tomorrow morning. Sunshine tomorrow morning, then the clouds move in during the midday and afternoon along the next boundary that approaches, and ahead of it, temperatures well above the average. Then we cool closer to the north for Thursday and on into Friday. So again, fair amount of sun to kick off your Wednesday. Clouds take over late morning and afternoon. A couple of mixed to snow showers north. And we could see a light accumulation in the North Country tonight and again tomorrow night. As the cold front moves through, could be a passing rain shower early to mid-evening south. Maybe a spot flurry overnight, but skies begin to clear out. And the winds freshen. Tomorrow, west to southwesterly flow drives in the milder air. But come later Wednesday night into Thursday, gusty winds over 30 to 35. And that means not only do we have a gusty day on Thursday, but we also have cooler air moving in. Tomorrow, upper 30s north to about 46 or 47 in Manchester and in Nashua. Take a look beyond that. We've got gusty winds, cooler air on Thursday, mostly sunny on Friday, even cooler, but with less wind. A wintry mix, mostly light, late morning through early evening on Saturday. Then some sun on Sunday in the morning. Clouds move in. Could be another mix Sunday night and early Monday before it dries out and turns colder by Tuesday.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Mike Haddad. And there is a weather alert as well. A special weather statement. Take a look at this, everyone. There could be some icy spots on the roadway this morning due to the refreeze from last night. There was a recent snow melt has led to wet conditions and puddles on some roads, especially in areas that had recent snowfall, with temperatures near freezing tonight on the ground. Temperatures still quite cold. Some icy spots are possible until sunrise. Use caution when driving and be alert for unexpected slick conditions in spots. And now let's take a look at your traffic and see how the traffic is looking like this morning. And here is a look at your morning traffic for this Wednesday morning, as you can see in Henniker, is smooth sailing. Hopkinton, smooth sailing. Bow, Pembroke, and Concord, medium-paced traffic with a little bit of smooth sailing. Boscawen, Canterbury, some medium-paced traffic with a little bit of smooth sailing. Chichester, smooth sailing. Epsom, smooth sailing. Northwood, smooth sailing. And Leeds, smooth sailing with a little bit of medium-paced traffic. Durham, smooth sailing. Rochester, medium-paced traffic with some smooth sailing. Somersworth, smooth sailing. Dover, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Newington, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And Portsmouth, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Portsmouth into Maine, smooth sailing with some medium and slow-paced traffic. Rye, smooth sailing. Northampton, smooth sailing. Hampton, smooth sailing. Seabrook, smooth sailing into the border of Massachusetts. 101, all smooth sailing on 101 with some medium-paced traffic on 101. Around the Manchester-Hooksett area, medium-paced traffic with some smooth sailing. Bedford, some medium-paced traffic and smooth sailing. Amherst, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And Milford, smooth sailing. Manchester, Merrimack, Nashua into the border of Massachusetts, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Nashua, Milford, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Manchester, Derry, Londonderry, Windham, Salem into the border of Massachusetts, smooth sailing with little spots of medium-paced traffic spread out. And that is a look at your morning traffic map this morning. Now let's take a look at your traffic cam in Derry, New Hampshire. This is the traffic circle / rotary roundabout in Derry, New Hampshire. As you can see, very quiet this morning in the roundabout area. And that is a look at your traffic for this Wednesday morning. And now let's take a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. And here is a look at those COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. There are 73,923 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. There are 1,155 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire, and there are 112 current number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And that is a look at your COVID-19 numbers for New Hampshire. One more death attributed to COVID-19 cases continue to decline. Let's take a listen to that video from WR News 9.
The National Fire Protection Association says you should get your chimney inspected and cleaned every year. Caesar Chimney is a veteran-owned business that serves southern New Hampshire. We provide first-class service at a fair price, and our goal is to provide...
Also tonight, encouraging trends continuing in New Hampshire. There are 259 new cases of COVID-19. Active cases are now down to 2,700.
Current hospitalizations are up slightly to 112, and there is one new death.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. As next vaccination phase nears, some in earlier phase still struggling with appointments. State says it's working to move people to earlier dates. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Amy Cavino.
What is there not to love about Franklin Pierce?
The Pierce Promise New Hampshire Scholarship Program is new at Franklin Pierce for high school seniors enrolling in the fall of 20.
The state will vaccinate school staff and child care workers in Phase 2A starting around the beginning of April. But if you're in Phase 1B and haven't gotten your shot, even if your appointment is scheduled for April or May, the state says you'll get it sooner.
Everybody in 1B that wants to be vaccinated will get vaccinated in the month of March.
Perry Plummer, who's leading New Hampshire's vaccination program, says the 211 call takers are also calling thousands of people in Phase 1B to offer them earlier vaccine dates.
In the first week, we did 3,400 move-ups. Last week, we did 4,200 move-ups. And we're on target this next week to do 8,900 move-ups.
If you have an appointment scheduled, Plummer says don't cancel it. Someone will be in touch to get those dates moved up to March.
We don't have a list. We don't have a move-up list. What we have is we have people that have appointments. And we go in, we look at those appointments, and we're taking those people that have those appointments and moving them up into new appointments.
Plummer says there is a small group of people in 1B, about 2,500, who haven't scheduled their first shot.
If you do not get a call in the next 72 hours to get an appointment and you have not been able to get one, please call 211 and we'll get you an appointment.
Even once the state moves into Phase 2A, Plummer says that won't prevent those in 1B from getting the second shot.
We get sent our second shot, our second doses, as people become eligible for their second doses. So it's not taking someone else's second dose.
And the state has hundreds of people calling to move up those appointments in Phase 1B, and they're trying to get to everyone as quick as they can. Reporting live, Mike Cronin, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Cost of COVID-19 care added up for New Hampshire families. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
What is there not to love about Franklin Pierce?
The Pierce Promise New Hampshire Scholarship Program is new at Franklin Pierce for high school seniors enrolling in.
He was getting good, getting better. And he would take, 2 steps forward and then he would take 3 or 4 steps back.
Barbara Russo's husband is hospitalized with COVID-19 since late December. Between the ambulance, the ER, ICU, tests, and medications, she says so far the copay after Medicare is $72,000.
I'm scared because, before this is said and done, it's going to be about $100,000.
She says his case manager suggested Medicaid.
He was denied. He makes too much money, retired.
The dilemma both frightening and frustrating. During the pandemic, Barbara has been working long hours in a long-term care facility. She tested positive during an outbreak in December. Her husband diagnosed after.
We were on the front line being paid our normal rate of pay. And they gave unemployment to people to sit home and stay safe.
Now, she says she feels forgotten.
I've already had a caseworker. I've already spoken with several people from the Department of Health and Human Services. They told me, well, call 211.
We asked the New Hampshire Hospital Association what options there are. A spokesperson says hospitals always work with patients to help them navigate their bills and offer financial assistance, payment programs, and discounts, but it does vary between hospitals. We also reached out to DHHS and were directed to the New Hampshire Insurance Department. We have not heard back. We're live in Portsmouth, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Fresh off Ellen appearance. Bedford boy reaches fundraising goal for Chad playgrounds. Elliot Perry plans to have 2 new playgrounds built at hospital. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Over time, the flue tiles inside your chimney may become damaged from water, age, or even a chimney fire.
We do have a nice update for you now. Bedford's Elliot Perry, who appeared on Ellen last week, has reached his fundraising goal. Elliot plans to use the money to build 2 new playgrounds for the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth. He started the 121 Club as a nod to the 121 days he spent in the hospital when he was born. Ellen surprised him with $20,000 toward the project, and other donations poured in after the show aired. The Perry family says they can't wait to see the playgrounds built and filled with friends. Congratulations to Elliot, and a big thank you to everybody who donated.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Congratulations to Elliot Perry. Man charged in connection with high-speed police chase through Franklin. Police say cruiser struck another vehicle during chase. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
What is there not to love about Franklin Pierce?
The Pierce Promise New Hampshire Scholarship Program is new at Franklin Pierce.
Franklin police say Monday at about 12:30 in the afternoon, an officer was conducting surveillance in connection with a domestic situation.
He saw the individuals get into the vehicle, and to his knowledge, at the time, there was a question he had about them, so he started to follow them as they left.
Police say this vehicle started driving on West Bow Street.
Started to speed up, and they ran a stop sign quite rapidly. And then he opted to try to stop them, at which point they then accelerated these individuals in the vehicle he was chasing.
Police say this surveillance video shows the suspect's car driving on Central Street on the wrong side of the road. Police say the officer in pursuit struck another vehicle.
All I saw was the cruiser come flying by at a really high rate of speed. And then, 2 seconds later, I heard a big bump.
Franklin police say the officer and the female driver of the other vehicle were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the suspect vehicle was able to escape. Tuesday afternoon, Taylor Winter was arrested in Manchester on 3 charges that include felony reckless conduct. Winter also faces charges of habitual offender and disobeying a police officer. Reporting live, Mandy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. FAA orders inspections of some Boeing 777 engines after United failure. After an engine on a United 777 failed minutes after takeoff in Denver this past weekend, the Federal Aviation Administration is ordering operations to conduct high-tech inspections of all Boeing 777s powered by the same Pratt & Whitney engine that failed before further flight. More than 100 Boeing 777s are either temporarily grounded, banned, or removed from service worldwide in response to the incident. In the U.S., like United, will now be required to conduct a thermal a sortic image inspection of the engine's fan blades before the planes can return to the skies. This will allow inspectors to detect cracks on the inside of the large hollow blades that otherwise wouldn't be visible to the naked eye. The agency is not increasing the frequency of those blade inspections yet, but the FAA said it will review the results on a rolling basis, and it may revise the directive to set a new inspection initiative. During the United Flight 328, one blade broke off mid-flight and struck another, causing significant damage to the front of the engine. The National Transportation Board said Monday that damaged blades showed signs of metal fatigue based on the primary evidence. The NTSB has still not shared when this aircraft or engine was last inspected or how often it required inspection. The engine malfunction. Pratt & Whitney released a statement late Tuesday explaining that the process requires the fan blades to be shipped to Pratt & Whitney's FAA-authorized repair station for inspection so it can confirm their airworthiness. The company added it is coordinating all actions with Boeing airline operations and regulatories. Boeing said it supports FAA's guidance and will work with their customers through the process. United Airlines, the only U.S. carrier affected by the order, said it will comply with the AD to ensure all 52 of the impacted aircraft in our fleet meets our rigorous safety standards. And that did it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.